Two German climate protesters, who blocked traffic to Sydney's seaport this week, will be deported after the federal government cancelled their student visas. Key points: protesters have stopped traffic for a fourth time this week. Protesters have stopped traffic for a fourth time this week. The government has promised to crack down on activists who block roads. The government has promised to crack down on activists who block roads. An update is likely to come today on the new proposed penalties. The two brothers, aged 21 and 23, were charged after allegedly suspending themselves from poles, the older one on Tuesday over Arah Point Road and the younger yesterday along a bridge at the entrance to Port Botany. Both stunts kept freight truck drivers at a standstill, while emergency services worked to remove the men. Protesters have been disrupting the seaport and major road and rail infrastructure that surrounds it this week. Federal Immigration Minister Alex Hawke today said he had cancelled their visas on public interest grounds. A climate protester attached himself to a pole across a railway corridor headed to Port Botany. In making this decision, I carefully considered information provided to me by the Department of Home Affairs and the Australian Border Force, Mr. Hawke said. Families going about their business, driving to school or work, do not deserve to be disrupted by the attention-seeking stunts of unlawful protesters. Australians expect guests in our country to comply with our laws. Emergency services bring the man down from the pole over the rail corridor. The older man is currently before the courts charged with obstructing a driver's path and not obeying the direction of police. The younger brother is due to appear in court today charged with several offences, including obstructing a driver's path and disobeying police. The protests, which have been held for 3 consecutive days, have caused chaos on the roads, blocking trucks and trains travelling to and from the port. This morning, a man who secured himself to a pole stopped freight trains near Banksia Street in neighbouring Pagewood. The 32-year-old was arrested and taken to Mascot Police Station. It came after 2 women were last night charged after allegedly using trucks to block the entrance to a container terminal for about 45 minutes earlier this week. Police allege a woman, 71, connected herself to a truck by securing herself to the wheel with a bike lock, while another woman, 56, sat on top of a second truck and refused to move. The man suspended himself above rail lines in Pagewood, in Sydney's south. Both women were charged with encouraging the carrying on operation for the commission of crime, not obeying the direction of police, and willfully preventing free passage of a vehicle. They are due to appear at Waverley Local Court next month. On Thursday morning, the state government announced it would strengthen penalties for activists causing disruption on bridges and roads. If passed by Parliament, the new offence will carry a maximum penalty of 2 years in prison, or a $22,000 fine, or both. Climate activist group Blockade Australia has claimed responsibility for the protests, live streaming footage of the demonstrations to social media.